To the Big Bay Petco Park as it is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Padres and the Colorado Rockies. Welcome in with Mark Neely and Mark Grant. The Rockies take game 1 last night, hanging on to win 10-6. And this ballpark, which has a reputation for being pitcher-friendly, saw the Rockies hit 4 home runs.
Well, it seems like some of the Colorado Rocky hitters get happy and friendly when they see hanging breaking balls. Any big league hitter that sees a breaking ball that's hung in the zone, it's going to get hurt. Kevin Correa had some difficulty last night. That was a fastball that he missed with location. It was supposed to be away, got it in. A hanging breaking ball to Miguel Olivo doing a fine job behind the plate. And then the hanging breaking ball, Ryan Spilborghs. Yeah, not many home runs hit here, but the Colorado Rockies are a team that have some firepower. There's no doubt about that.
And the Rockies offense doing well, even with Troy Tulowitzki on the disabled list.
That means other Rockies are picking other Rockies up when they are on the bench or they are hurt. The last 6 games played, a lot of runs scored. The hits are up, batting average at 300. This is a team that concerns me, the Colorado Rockies. They might be down in the standings, but only 5 games out. And this is a team that could push it towards the end of the year like they've proven in years past. A lot of homegrown young players, very athletic. And one of the better rotations right now as we speak for the Colorado Rockies in franchise history. They're pretty solid.
Here's a look at the pitching matchup for tonight. For the Rockies, it is right-hander Jason Hamill. He ran his consecutive scoreless inning streak to 28 before giving up 4 runs, all in the 4th inning of his last start against Boston. It was the 3rd longest scoreless streak in Rockies history. And for the Padres, Wade LeBlanc allowed a career-high 11 hits in his last start on Thursday against Tampa Bay. Tonight's pitching matchup is presented by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Wade LeBlanc makes his 3rd career start against Colorado. His first major league win came against the Rockies in September of 2008. The first pitch, Rockies, Padres, straight ahead. To downtown on this Tuesday night. And closed captioning for tonight's telecast brought to you by Corky's. Call Corky's for the lowest termite fumigation price in town and get a 4-year guarantee. Call 1-800-901-1102. Take a look at the Rocky lineup brought to you by Floor Trader. Pay way less for your flooring and take it home today. Now open in Lemon Grove. Dexter Fowler back from AAA will lead off and play center field. Then Herrera, Carlos Gonzalez in the 3 spot, hitting well in his last 7. Spilborghs hitting cleanup. Then Mora, Olivo batting and catching with Barmes, Stewart, and Hamill, the pitcher, batting 9th. Notice no Helton in the lineup again tonight. Still nursing that back that was the cause of him being a late scratch. Our pitching profile brought to you by the Mark Condos. Luxurious downtown San Diego condos for the 300s. Go to themarksandiego.com.
Hopefully we hear Jim Joyce, the home plate umpire, bark out that called strike when Wade LeBlanc is out there on the mound. Last time out at Tampa Bay, the numbers didn't look that good. 5 1/3, 11 hits, but he kept them in the ball game. After losing yesterday, Padres need a stopper.
Fowler bunts, but very close to the mound, so LeBlanc only had a few steps to go get it. Throws out Fowler, and that's the way this game begins. There's the Padre D. The Hairstons at each corner of the outfield. Scott and Jerry with Gwynn in center field. Headley playing third. Cabrera, Eck, and Adrian on the infield with Torey Alba catching tonight. Jonathan Herrera, who hit leadoff last night, batting in the 2 spot tonight with Fowler back on their roster. Herrera comes in with a 10-game hitting streak. He extended the streak with an RBI single in the 9th last night, and the 2 runs the Rockies got in the 9th. They took the wind and the momentum out of the sails of the Padres, who had come from 8-0 down to 8-6. And before the 2 in the 9th for Colorado, you kind of thought, like, well, how is this team going to find a way to win in the bottom of the 9th?
A hit here, a walk there, a little bit of magic late. Made it interesting, that's for sure.
Bunted foul up the first base line. With the 4-run lead for Jim Tracy's team, too much to overcome, so they take game 1 of the series, and they have beaten the Padres now 5 of the 7 meetings this year, including 3 of 4 here at Petco Park. A 2-2 to Jonathan Herrera. He lifts to right field, and Hairston maneuvers just a few steps to his right to make the catch. LeBlanc sets down the first 2 Rockies tonight.
Wade LeBlanc is known for spotting the fastball. Oh, let's peek inside the leather. That's the changeup. The circle change out of the hand, and Herrera out in front off the end of the bat, taking the sting out of that swing. Nicely done.
Right fielder Carlos Gonzalez. He hit a 2-run home run out to right in the first inning of last night's game to set the tone early. He takes a strike at the knees. A fastball from LeBlanc at 89.
Hey, the velocity is up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he's getting it up there close to 90. Just missing outside. You can hear Jim Joyce.
I like that.
Making the call. Ball outside, giving location.
I love it. And you know what? When umpires sell it, you don't question them. If they're tentative at their calls, you can question their calls. But when a guy barks it out immediately and sells it, he must have been right. I thought it was a good call.
Jim Joyce. Most know the history, the recent history with the Galarraga near perfect game, but then almost right after that, there was a survey done, a check swing. Yes, says third base umpire Darrell Cousins. A survey done of Major League players, done anonymously, asked about who the better umpires were, and Jim Joyce ranked very highly on that list for Major League players.
You're looking at one of the best umpires in Major League Baseball. Nobody felt worse than Jim Joyce.
And
after
how
that whole
he
thing.
handled himself
Absolutely.
certainly adds to his credentials. And how the rest of baseball just feels about his professionalism. Just missing, and a full count. Torrey thought he had him.
Yeah, he was on his way back to the dugout. And that's not really a bad pitch. Belt buckle high, and Jorvik on his way, kind of leaning towards the first base dugout.
3-2 jammed it, popped up, and Headley waiting on it. A good beginning for LeBlanc, who sets down the Rockies in order. Padres coming up. goodbye. Carl's Jr. Get more fruit in your diet with the Hawaiian teriyaki chicken sandwich. Padres come up in the bottom of the first. Here's a look at the San Diego lineup, brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. Wynn leading off, then Eck in the 2 spot, 5 for his last 13. Adrian nursing a sore shoulder. But in the lineup tonight, Hairston, Scott batting cleanup, then Headley, Torrealba, Jerry playing right with Cabrera and LeBlanc at the bottom of the order. Tony leads off the Padres first. And fouls up down the left field side. Our starting pitching profile brought to you by the all-new Cadillac SRX, the Cadillac of crossovers.
One of the 5 fine pitchers that the Rockies have in their rotation. Jason Hamill throws a fastball, curve, a change in the slider. He is around the plate. The walks are down lately. He should get something good to hit. When he is ahead in the count, he's going to throw that curveball and that slider. If he's got 2 strikes on him, try to go for the punch out. But he is in and around the plate.
He's 1-1 to Tony. Just off the outside corner with the off-speed pitch, the changeup. Hamill now in his 2nd season with Colorado. He came over to them from Tampa Bay late in spring training of 2009 in a trade. Broken bat and a roller to the right side. Herrera scoops it up and on to first, 1 out. Here is the Rockies defense brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. In the outfield, Fowler back playing center field, and Spilborghs and Gonzalez flanking him with Stewart and Mora on the infield corners. Barmes and Herrera up the middle, and Miguel Olivo having quite a year as the everyday catcher for Colorado.
The other thing I like about Hamill is that he's a quick worker. He likes to get up on top of that hill and work quickly.
Hamill 6'6", 215 pounds, a 27-year-old. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Eck. Last year for Hamill with the Rockies, he set a career high with 10 wins, went 10-8. Line into left field, and Eck has a base hit. It's cut off by Spilborghs. Well, Eck had the first Padre hit last night, but it came in the 6th inning off Ubaldo Jimenez. He has the first hit for the Padres tonight as the 2nd hitter in the 1st inning.
Hamill got strike 1. That a pitch was off the plate just a little bit, and then he tries to counter with a breaking ball. He hung it, and X services that one into left field for a safety.
So Adrian up. Again, there was some question about his availability. Bud Black's lineup was later than usual in coming out today. Adrian took some extra BP, made sure the right shoulder was all right. Adrian jammed that right shoulder, sliding back into third base last night, and it's that same shoulder that had been an issue earlier in the season.
That wasn't the smoothest slide going back into third base. And as I watched that slide last night, it almost looked like his lower back would have been the problem, because the way, like, it's almost like sliding headfirst into wet dirt. He just stuck in there, and his back end came up.
It definitely jarred him. Adrian jammed and fouls it into the third base seats. They do have a bit of a shift on. The third baseman Stewart playing well off the line. The shortstop Barmes is still on the third base side of the infield, but cheating way up the middle.
See Adrian talking to Jim Joyce right there. I'm guessing that he was asking Jim Joyce if that were to be taken, if that was going to be a called strike. And Jim Joyce was shaking his head yes. A lot of hitters will ask if they offer it a pitch and they foul it off. Hey, would that have been a strike?
A wave and a miss at 94. And Adrian strikes out for the 2nd out. That'll bring up Scott Hairston. Our Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And last night, this is how close the Padres came to coming back from 8-0 down to tying the game at 8. If that gets out, yes, that close, Scotty. to making it 8-8. As it went as an RBI double, made it 8-6. Rockies went on to win it 10-6.
You know, the ball was hit so hard, it looked like it had some topspin on it.
Well, Scott said after the game he didn't think it was going to get out off the bat, and I didn't think it was going to get out either with that topspin, and was surprised it came as close as it did to getting out. He had homered in his at bat prior to that. That was number 8 on the season. Hit the 19 RBIs. Inside from Hamill. So there were 5 home runs hit last night, nearly 6, with 4 of the 5 that got out belonging to Colorado. There goes Eck. The pitch is a ball to throw to second, not in time. Eck did come off the bag, but was able to keep the hand on or get it back on. And the 5th steal in 6 attempts this year for David.
Let's check out the jump. Decent jump, and Hamill using the high leg kick, and Olivo bounces this one. Boy. Oh, Herrera hung on to that baseball. That's amazing in itself, as Eck, he comes off the bag, and then looks like Herrera came up with the tag a little bit, but then Eck quickly put the hand on the bag to remain safe at second base.
2-0 pitch, pop foul.
And that's another King Stallman stolen base for David Eckstein. Got a little captain in you?
A nice look from up top. The Western Meadow building. Hamill with the 2-1. Off the outside corner. First base is open with a switch hitter Headley on deck.
Well, if he threw a changeup to go 3-1, you can bet a dime to donuts that there's going to be some type of off-speed pitch here, or possibly going up the ladder a little bit, up and out of the strike zone with a fastball.
Goes hard away. And ball 4 to Hairston. Puts 2 on with 2 outs. The walks were an issue last night. That's the first of the game on either side. Last night the Rockies gave up 6 and 2 scored. Padres walked 7 and 3 of those scored. The walks played a big part in the 10-6 game last night. Pretty good night last night for Chase. He had a couple of hits. Knocked in a run and scored once. 2 on, 2 outs in the Padre first inning. Chase hits one in the air to center. Fowler drifting back. Plenty of room in the deep part of the ballpark to make the catch. A hit, a walk, and 2 men left on in the San Diego first, and after 1, no score. Hey, fans, start your Independence Day weekend with your Padres. Be at Petco Park Friday, July 2nd as your Padres take on the Houston Astros at 7:05 and stay after the game for spectacular Independence fireworks. Don't wait to get your tickets. Do so online at Padres.com. LeBlanc set the Rockies down at first.
I was just going to say,
in order.
Just hearing the words Independence Day, it just brings back great memories being a kid and, you know, hanging out with your buddies and
barbecues,
and of course what Independence Day means and what it's all about. The old red, white, and blue.
Down and away to Spillworks.
Gives you a good feeling.
Hard to believe it's Independence Day this weekend.
It's unbelievable.
The All-Star game right after that.
Yep.
Off the end of the bat to right center field, and Tony's going to call off Jerry to make the catch.
Boy, if Wade LeBlanc can do just that this evening, stay out of the heart of the plate and have these Rocky hitters be a little bit more aggressive and swing at those pitches down, stay off the sweet spot, it's going to take him deep into the ball game.
Melvin Mora got the start last night when Helton was a late scratch, and Mora went 2 for 4 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. Back at first base tonight, but instead of batting in the 2 spot last night, batting in the 5 hole tonight. A breaking ball. It's the right call.
I mentioned the velocity of Wade LeBlanc's fastball last inning at 89. Boy, if he can throw, that's exactly what I was just going to say. He threw that curveball 1-0 to make it 1-1. Now that fastball at 88 is going to look 98.
And as a result, Mora was behind it.
Now do you bounce a curveball?
Runs hard stuff inside. Maybe that is setting up the curve here at 2-2.
Or a changeup down and away. Cambio?
Right, change up.
Down and away.
Did he go?
You betcha.
Jim Joyce says he saw it, and it's a strikeout of Mora in the first of the game for LeBlanc.
More often than not, say, the hitter goes. You see the bat of Mora, the ball clearly out of the zone, and this will give us the good look. And you betcha he does.
2 down for the catcher, Miguel Olivo. This guy did most of the damage last night. 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and a 2-run home run in the 5th. Prior to that, a 2-run double right on the chalk in left field in the 3rd inning. Comes in with a 6-game hitting streak. A 2-0 to the former Padre. Nips that outside corner, 2-1.
He may have gotten a call there.
I think he did.
On the off-speed pitch. That's pitching backwards. 2-0, change up to go 2-1. Fastball in.
2 pitches ago, did he get a call? Pitch track says maybe he did. Well, that's close.
Right on the block.
It touches the line.
That's right.
LeBlanc behind in the count, 3 balls and a strike. Olivo off the end of the bat. It's a weakly foul to the right, and it's a full count. So the last pitch, a changeup. Now at 3-2. And the payoff pitch from Wade LeBlanc to Olivo.
Well, he'll chase.
Got a fastball over the plate, but fouled it.
You know, I mentioned yesterday these Colorado Rockies swing and miss quite a bit. 14th in the National League in rankings. They struck out over 580 times. The most in the National League, Arizona, with over 700 punch-outs. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they've got some guys who can swing and hit them a long way and swing and miss.
Reynolds, Upton, talking about Arizona Diamondbacks.
Right. And Reynolds, who has set the major league record for strikeouts the last couple of years. Another 3-2 pitch coming. The breaking ball is outside, and he loses a levo. There's the first Rockies base runner, a 2-out second inning walk. It'll send up the Colorado shortstop Clint Barmas. Strike call at the knees. The 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Dodgers and Giants going at it in San Francisco again. It's Eli against Matt Cain. Remember Matt Cain at his last start got roughed up early by Houston. Dodgers have already played at a run in the top of the first off Cain tonight. Padres by 4 over LA, 4.5 ahead of the Giants and 5 ahead of these Rockies as play begins tonight. Don't think because it's a catcher running at first he won't run. Olivo does have 4 steals this year.
Remember, a lot of the pickoffs from Wade LeBlanc come on the first move. The teams will gamble. As soon as that leg is lifted, they'll take off. Not tonight.
Shallow fly right field along the line, and Eck. That was not an easy play for Eck. And a long run for that one. Armas pops out. A walk, but a man left on in the Rockies second. Cal get to the ballpark Saturday, July 3rd as your Padres battle the Houston Astros at 5:35, and the first 25,000 fans take home a great Padres beach towel. You see it there in the left-hand corner. It's got the military logo. Presented by San Diego County Toyota dealers. Hurry and get your tickets today at Padres.com. That is a sharp, sharp beach towel.
It most certainly is. I'm going to try to snag like a half dozen when Josh Issue's not looking. They're right in his office, you know. In a box. I can hook you up.
I'll take a few. Can't have enough beach towels around here.
It's free. Give me 3.
Beach towels don't cost nothing. Former Rocky Orvit Torrealba. Spent 4 seasons with the Rockies. Went to the World Series with them in 07 as their everyday catcher. Chop to the left side, and the third baseman Stewart cuts it off. A 5-3 put out of Torrealba and 1 away in the San Diego second. Jerry Hairston making his 4th start of the season in right field tonight.
You know, you bring up a good point. want to elaborate on that last fly ball caught by Eck. I'm not sure if Jerry may have not seen that ball off the bat or get a good read, but hey, leave it to David Eckstein to pick somebody up or back up a base or being in the middle of something. You know what I'm saying?
Eck stayed with it the whole way.
Yep.
Never gave up on it. 1-0 pitch to Jerry. Drops low from Hamill. Well, the calendar will turn to July here soon, and the unfortunate thing for the Padres is that they're actually catching Jason Hamill in the month of June, and he has been very good in the month of June. Not only in 2010, but in his career.
Yeah. Second lowest ERA among all major league pitchers in the month of June with a 1.35 in 2010.
Yeah, he had a consecutive scoreless inning streak at 28 innings snapped in his last start when he gave up 4 runs in the 4th inning to Boston. That was the 3rd longest consecutive inning scoreless streak in Rockies history. Popped up, and the second baseman Herrera on the outfield grass.
Hey, does it feel a little bit more humid tonight to you, Sticky?
A little more humidity in the air, yes.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking last night, because of the June gloom we've been experiencing and the cooler conditions, that the ball would not carry all that well. But that wasn't the case. The ball carried really well, obviously, last night.
Yeah.
And I know some balls were hit hard. We'll see how the conditions play tonight. Cabrera with 2 down takes a high strike.
Well, the reason why I mentioned that humidity is because...
Ooh, no swing, says Daryl Cousins. I think Everett may have caught a break there.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that I really think that helps a sinker baller, 2-seamer, especially when you throw a breaking ball. Get a better feel for the baseball, more resistance, rather than like pitching in Colorado where you don't get that.
Ooh. Lined up the middle and into center field. Good to see Everett with that cut right there. A 2-out single. That's got to feel good for Everett.
Absolutely. And that pitch was down and it was in a little bit. As you see the grip there, that looks like a 2-seamer. Absolutely. Trying to start it in off the plate and then catch the inside part. And Everett does a fine job getting that barrel out in front. That had that good sound to it.
Crisp.
Like a cue ball on a tile floor.
And then the throw to first, hitting while diving back in.
Slap a couple 2x4s together.
You mentioned a cue ball. Did you hustle a little pool in your day?
I'm not that good of a shooter.
I'm not either. Nice sock cap.
Future big leaguer right there, sporting the colors.
Enjoying some nachos.
Very cute.
Doing it relaxed.
Yeah.
And the pitcher at the plate. And Wade takes a strike.
You know, big frame for Jason Hamill. We mentioned that. He's got that high leg kick. Part of the running game might come into play. But on the other hand, Miguel Olivo has done a fine job of throwing runners out. 50%?
Yeah, incredible.
When the major league average is 32?
First baseman Mora takes it himself, 3 unassisted. A 2-out base hit by Cabrera. He's left on, and San Diego is stranded 3. No score through 2. Come spend your 4th of July with your Padres as they take on the Houston Astros Sunday, July 4th at 1:05. The first 10,000 kids 14 and younger take home a brand new Padres t-shirt presented by Cox Channel 4 San Diego. Get your tickets today by calling 619-795-5555 or go to Padres.com. And there's that t-shirt. Another good looking item.
The giveaways just keep getting better and better.
8-9-1 hitters to face LeBlanc here in the 3rd, and the Rockies half.
I just thought of a giveaway night.
What you got?
Oscar Salazar yellow batting glove night. Everybody gets a pair of yellow batting gloves that Kachi wears.
Thought you were going to give away an armadillo, since that's what Kachi is.
Armadillo clocks.
Ian Stewart fouls it back.
Kachi clocks. Time to hit. See, I'm a marketing genius.
That brain just never stops.
Smell wood burning?
It smells something. It's out of play down the left field side.
You like to see the 0-2 count quickly ahead. Lefty on lefty. That should be feel pretty comfortable with Wade LeBlanc being lefty, obviously, against the left-handed hitters. Put him away quickly. Get that first out.
Upstairs with a fastball, 1-2.
Also looks like LeBlanc is working a little bit quicker.
Picking up the tempo, and he gets strike 3 on the inner half. Looked like Toriyama wanted it more away, but still leaked back and caught the inside corner, and Wade gets his second strikeout.
He most certainly did. Look where the glove is, and look where the ball crosses. But look at Toriyama. Hold it there for Jim Joyce. As you take a look at the grip. Hold it there. And yes, sir, on the inside part of the plate.
The pitcher, Jason Hamill, takes a strike right down the middle.
You know what? I wanted to make a point tonight. The center field camera angle that we have, it's off to the shortstop side of second base.
On the ground right at Cabrera. 2 away.
So sometimes we don't get the true path of the pitch.
True, we're not looking straight dead on from center field.
Right.
So we have to give the umpire some leeway.
Right.
Because we're not looking dead on.
Because a pitch that might look from that angle like it's on the corner, straight on, it might be off the plate just a little bit.
Absolutely. Dexter Fowler takes a little extra time to give his pitcher a few extra seconds to get to the dugout, and a first pitch backdoor breaking ball is strike 1. Fowler recalled today. Of course, Dexter in the big leagues last year, and to begin this year, he was sent down on May 31st. And really, the issue for Fowler, he's a switch hitter, was batting from the left side. He's a natural right-handed hitter. Started switch hitting as a professional in his minor league days. So they wanted him to concentrate more on hitting from the left side. Went to the minor leagues and hit .340 at AAA Colorado Springs. So they've called him back up today.
Tell you what, there's nothing better as a player. You get called to the big leagues for that first time. Okay, life is good. It's your lifelong dream as a kid. Then you get sent back down, dose of reality, and then to get that call again, I tell you what, it makes you appreciate it that much more. After going back down, and especially if you've been a big leaguer for a while, and then you have to go to A-ball maybe and learn another position, or whatever the case is.
Fowler takes ball 4 down low, and he walks. Fowler jumped over AAA on his way to the big leagues. He went straight from AA to the majors. So this really was his first extended time in AAA. It was being sent back down for the big leagues. It seems like there are more and more of the guys who are the big-time prospects that spend little time at AAA. AA seems to be the developmental league.
It seems like it's always been that way.
Second baseman Jonathan Herrera, and Fowler draws a token throw. A 10-game hitting streak for the switch hitting Herrera. Step off and a quick throw over. Fowler obviously a threat to run. We remember The game last year in Denver when he stole 5 bases off of Chris Young and the Padres, all within the first 5 or 6 innings of that game. LeBlanc had Fowler leading back towards first when the pitch came home, which is a strike to Herrera.
Get it back again, huh?
Pitch out running.
Sometimes if the team thinks you're going to be running, saw the pitch out there, might get a fastball away here. It's an easier pitch for Torrealba to handle with that right-handed hitter up. And if taken or swung through, get a chance to throw him out.
LeBlanc has 6 pickoffs this year, and now time granted at home plate before the pitch.
And I think that was a planned play. Come set, hold until the hitter calls time. The runner at first base might give it away a little bit or take off a little early. He might be guessing.
Fouled into the first base seats.
There's that fastball away I was talking about.
And Herrera late on it. But 88 for LeBlanc on the fastball. He's been 88, 89.
Yeah.
Where you're right, in the past it's been more like 86 at tops.
Yeah.
Another check on Fowler. Two outs here in the Colorado third. Scoreless so far from Petco Park. Did he? No swing, says Marvin Hudson at first. Very close, but I think you win.
I'm right there with you.
Well, it keeps Herrera at the plate with a 2-2 count. And Jim Joyce rings him up. Fastball on the inside edge, and the strikeout, the second of the inning and third of the game for the block. Midpoint of the third. No score. The 9 Honda dealers of San Diego County. Stop by and check out the latest offers on a brand new Honda Accord. And Cox high-speed internet. Ready for higher speed? Go to Cox.com. Glad to have you with us tonight. Mark Neely and Mark Grant from Petco Park. Padres bat in the third, at the top of the order up in center fielder Tony Gwynn. First pitch, curve, strike one. Third baseman Stewart a step onto the grass. Tony hits it back past the pitcher. Hamill thought better of barehanding that ball. The stretch down the line. Mora came off the bag. Well, Barmes, the shortstop, his throw down the line, and it brought Mora off the base, and Tony's on to begin the inning. Well, first thing first, Hamill decided not to barehand this ball.
Yeah, you don't want to clip a fingernail, or, the ball wasn't hit that hard, but that hard wouldn't break a finger, but it would surely break a fingernail. Barmes on the run. Does he stay in the bag? No, he comes off just as that ball gets in his glove, it looks like. Yeah, he was off, wasn't he?
He was off the base. I'm just looking to see why he had to come off the bag that way. And a pickoff attempt, and the ball gets loose. Tony will be awarded second. It bounced into the stands, and it bounced right to Tom Garfinkel, apparently.
Oh, it short hopped Mora into the stands, two-hopper, and it hits Tom Garfinkel right underneath the arm. Right arm. He's had difficulty going to his right lately, I've seen.
Has he? Yeah. Right into the lap of the Padres president and COO. Right side, Herrera, the short toss, and Eck advances the runner. Tony's at third with one out. By the way, of course, the rule, pitcher on the rubber, throw bounces in the stands, one base.
Right.
If he's off the rubber,
two bases.
Two. So after the error by Barmes and the throwing error on the pickoff attempt by Hamill, little ground ball to the right side by Eck, and a runner at third for Adrian with one out. The infield cheats in, bounce right side, runner coming home, throw to the plate, and he is out. Well, hit sharply on one bounce right to Mora, who fires it home, and Olivo applied the tag on Tony Gwynn. That head first slide. He's trying to say he got under that tag, and Bud Black discussing it with Jim Joyce.
It happened so quickly. We have the luxury of the replay as Mora comes up. Oh, it looks like Olivo got him on the back end, on his backside. Does he get the hand in there? It's kind of tough to tell there too, huh?
Bang, bang.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Tough. It's tough to tell. See, on that angle, his hand is hidden from. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And on
but
that
right
angle,
there, that's the best angle.
Yeah,
right
because
there.
you can see where Tony taps the plate with his hand.
So Adrian is at first after the 3-2 put out at the plate. Two down. Let's take another look from this angle, shall we?
Let's see if he taps when he taps the plate right there.
And is he tagging him yet? Very close. Tough to tell.
You know what? There may have been daylight in between that jersey and that glove.
Hey, it broken his bat, but Hairston drops it into center field. Base hit for Scott. Adrian down to second, and it's 2 on, 2 outs. There's the third Padre hit of the game.
So you're the umpire, Mr. Neely. Out or safe?
Well,
that's
you
not
don't
my
want to
question.
throw.
Out or safe?
It's so tough to tell right there. But I think when a throw beats the runner to a base or the plate by as much as that one did, and it's that close, I think most of the time an umpire is going to call the guy out.
Depending on where the throw is. If the throw beats the runner and the guy has to reach up for it.
Right. He did have to turn and apply the tag.
I think it's a tough call.
It's not like it was an obvious call that was missed. It's just just a fraction of a second. Bang, bang. Here's a 1-0. And a soft tap. Is that fair or foul? That is foul. Rolled into fair territory and was chased by Olivo aggressively. Olivo not taking any chances.
I think by Tony's reaction when we saw, oh, I was safe. He's saying, I was safe. And, you know, after looking at the replay, I thought he tapped home plate with his hand before Olivo he actually kind of slid into the tag rather than Olivo applying it.
Right.
Don't you think?
And Tony's left hand is touching the plate. It looked like Olivo's tag maybe been a few inches just above his backside. Yeah.
Here, watch when he taps the plate right there, and then see Olivo's glove. I don't know. And then if you roll it, then you can see the glove move on the tag. There. See what I'm saying? Or hear what I'm saying?
From that angle, and it's tough for us to tell,
yeah.
It almost looked like he didn't touch him.
Right. That's why I'm glad I'm not an umpire.
1-2.
Hey!
Look out.
He hit the ball.
That one was a bit upstairs and outside. A wild pitch uncorked. And runners are at second and third.
And, you know, he wanted that one up and in. I don't know whether Hamill had a bad grip of the baseball or what. It just got away from him. He's kind of laughing it off. Olivo's out there to have a chat.
6th wild pitch of the season for Jason Hamill. A 2-2 count on Chase Headley. Padres trying to score first tonight. Headley hit a ball well his first time up, but fly to Fowler in fairly deep center. Fouled away the breaking ball. Another 2-2. Looked like he may have gone. He did. So the Padres failed to score in the third and cannot take advantage of 2 Colorado errors in the inning. Look from the side, and indeed he did go. Still scoreless at the end of 3. Tonight's question is, who was the first San Diego Padres manager back in 1969? Stay tuned for the answer in an upcoming commercial break. No score, top of the fourth. 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Colorado, and leading off the right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez. All one down low. Good numbers the last 7 for Gonzalez. Homered here last night. A deep drive to center field. Gwynn back at the fence. And Gonzalez hits his second home run of the series. Number 12 for Carlos Gonzalez, and it's 1-0 Colorado.
This kid's a stud.
He's a
good.
very underappreciated player.
Yes, he is. He can play some great defense. He's got some speed in the outfield, and he's got some pop in that bat. And look at him look at this swing. Great extension, great follow through. Takes that high pitch to the sand pit. Good athlete.
His team leading 46 run batted in. His team leading 12th home run. You know, last night he had his team leading 11th home run in the first inning. Then Olivo tied him for the team lead with his 11th 4 innings later. And then in the ninth, Seth Smith tied the two of them with his 11th of the season in the ninth inning. Spielborg's homered last night. It was his 8th of the year, and he breaks his bat there and will need some new lumber. Todd Helton not in the lineup for the second straight night. During BP last night, had some lower back stiffness that caused him to be a late scratch from the lineup and not in there again tonight.
Well, that contract for Todd Helton finally coming, the finish line is approaching quickly. Remember he signed that deal? Signed through 2011 with a club option for 2012. I mean, he signed that deal back in 2003 or 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those 6-year deals, something like that. All misses to Spielborgs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You know, he's been their franchise guy.
Sure.
They locked him up.
Yep.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Check swing there by Spielborgs, but he's rung up 4 Ks for LeBlanc.
Well, nice job by LeBlanc after the home run. A changeup on the outside corner. Good location. Ball just kind of floating up there.
First baseman Melvin Mora, a strikeout victim his first time. Came in the second.
Big thing for Wade LeBlanc. How is he going to react after that leadoff home run to Carlos Gonzalez? A strikeout to Spielborgs is a good way to start.
One pitch. Up and away with the fastball. Well, the Rockies had 4 home runs last night. They're on the board tonight here in the 4th on a Gonzalez solo shot. Anytime you hit one onto the beach, that is not a cheapie.
No.
Eighth home run that LeBlanc has given up this year. That's out of play right side. One out, base is empty, and the 2-2. Rope to left field. Scott Hairston coming in with a headlong diving catch.
That could have been trouble. Could have been extra base. That ball diving or dipping before Scott Hairston gloves it. That ball, if it gets by him, see how it kind of tailing away from him a little bit?
It was.
And,
yeah, it had some hook.
And there's a point of no return where Scott Hairston says, you know what, I'm diving. I've got to go all out here. He gloves it and picks up Wade LeBlanc.
Are doing more on defense, brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot.
It's got to be a scary feeling for an outfielder when you commit, but then you tell yourself in that split second, I've got to make the play here. Cannot let this ball get by me.
Towering pop-up in foul territory. Headley nearing the opposing dugout makes the catch. Olivo fouls out. But the inning began with a Gonzalez home run onto the beach, and it's 1-0 Rockies. For Padres to the 2010 All-Star Game, vote before July 1st and you'll receive 20% off or 2-for-1 Padres tickets when you vote at least 25 times at Padres.com. Remember, vote often, vote for your Padres at Padres.com. Hey, Dave's voting right now. Our camera guy out in center field. Hey, Dave. Voting for Padres, right? Give me the thumbs up. Padres? You betcha.
That's the most work Dave has done all year. Well, Wade LeBlanc did a fine job of bouncing back after that solo shot at the bat of Carlos Gonzalez in that fourth inning. 1-2-3 after that home run to center field.
Torrealba takes down low. By the way, that Todd Helton deal we were talking about, he signed a 9-year contract in April 2001, which actually took effect in 2003.
Oh, okay.
Breaking ball strike. That's locking a guy up. 1-1 pitch.
That's some security, huh?
Yes, it is. Fastball strike. Torrealba 0 for 1 with a ground out to third, his first time up. 1-0 Rockies on the home run in the top of this inning from Carlos Gonzalez. Doesn't chase the fastball that's away.
You can see what Hamill's trying to do. Location of the fastball, right? Down and away, down and away. And then that one there was by design, it looked like, off the plate a little bit, hoping that Torrealba would fish after it.
Breaking ball belted to center. Fowler back, though, in front of the track to make the catch. So Hamill's MO really locate fastball, try to get outs with curveball and slider.
Absolutely. Majority fastballs at bat, then you soften it up a little bit with that curveball, and you get the weak fly ball to center field off the end of the bat.
One away for right fielder Jerry Hairston.
Looks like he's got a pretty good idea what he's doing out there, Hamill. You know?
Yes. It's a good pickup by the Rockies last year at the end of spring training.
Yes, it was.
Tampa Bay had a surplus of pitching, and the Rockies kind of got Hamill on the cheap.
Well, you look at the rotation. Jimenez, Chacin, Hamill, of course, tonight. Jeff Francis, Aaron Cook, and De La Rosa is going to be coming back soon.
They get a healthy De La Rosa. That's a very formidable starting rotation. Grounded to short. Barmes charges. Here's to the second out. Well, I think that's what the Rockies' feeling is right now. Hey, we're 5 games out, yet they're still within a game of the Dodgers and Giants. They've had all the injuries. Missing Tulowitzki now. De La Rosa's coming back. Been without their closer Street for much of the year. If they get all that together, I think in their clubhouse they feel they can make a run like they have in past years. And you look at the talent they have, and you can see why they feel that way.
Absolutely.
This is going to be some race in the NL West.
It's got the blueprint of going down to one of these last weeks, last series.
And could very easily be a true 4-team race. Breaking ball strike.
I wonder why managers get gray hairs and age. A lot going on now.
Wave and a miss. And a strikeout of Cabrera. And the Padres go down in order for the first time tonight. After 4, it's 1-0 Colorado.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lambert Construction. Home remodeling with no upfront design fees. Visit MurrayLambert.com. Murray Lambert Construction, Better Business Bureau Torch Award winner for marketplace ethics. Mark?
Well, thanks, Bud. Padres out hitting the Rockies 3-1, but the only Rockies hit a solo home run for Carlos Gonzalez. So Colorado leads it 1-0 into the 5th. First pitch hacking, Barmes fouls it away. Bottom 3 up for Colorado. On a sitting streak going for Barmes. Outside from LeBlanc, a ball and a strike. Dodgers and Giants 1-1 in the bottom of the third in San Francisco. With the Dodger win last night, LA now in second place. 4 back of the Padres. Giants 4.5 out. Rockies 5 back. Arizona shut out tonight by St. Louis 8-0. Barmes requesting time, and it's granted. Did you see the way the Diamondbacks gave away a game late to the Cardinals last night?
Didn't see it.
It was horrific.
You say gave it away. It must
gave
have
it
been ugly.
away. Gave it away. They had the game and just threw it away in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss. Strikeout of Barmes, 1 away in the 5th. And then the D-backs shut out tonight by St. Louis 8-0.
Tough times in the snake pit, huh?
Yeah, they're now 30-48. There's talk about a fire sale beginning there, and Dan Herron is the name out there. But obviously Dan Herron makes a bit too much salary to probably find himself here in San Diego. But it's going to be interesting to see how the dominoes start to fall here soon. Stewart, a strikeout victim in the third. It's jammed and fouls it back. How about Cliff Lee with Seattle? Will be a free agent at the end of the year. Yeah. 1-2 pitch.
Oh,
hit him.
That hit the knob of the bat?
I guess it did hit the knob of the bat. Because Stewart really didn't react.
Well, with the way the ball came off where it hit, I mean, if that hits off his hand, that was right off the knob of the bat. Foul ball.
Gets him looking. Back-to-back Ks and 6 for LeBlanc.
Well, after going up and in with the foul ball off the knob, Wade LeBlanc paints that outside corner. Boy, 6th strikeout for LeBlanc. By the way, Dan Herron, $8.25 million. He's good.
He's a legitimate #1 type guy.
Oh, yeah.
Pitcher Hamill takes a fastball up and away. There's been all this talk about Padres, will they add a bat through a trade? And now there seems to be a growing wave of the possibility, if there is a Padre trade, that it may be in bringing in another arm.
And the other side of the equation is, what are you going to give up to get that bat or arm? See, that's why, me personally, don't mess with the bullpen. Don't mess with that 7th, 8th inning guy, 9th inning guy.
LeBlanc strikes out the side in the Rockies' 5th. Wade due to lead off when we come back. To find a farmer's agent, call 1-800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com, because running feels good. And on this date, June 29th of 1990, I remember this date. For the first time since 1917, 2 no-nos tossed on the same day. Fernando had one with the Dodgers, and Dave Stewart threw one for Oakland.
Oh, yeah, I remember that day as well. Fernando gave up a chopper up the middle. Alfredo Griffin across the second base bag, throws him out at first base. And that's the game. Fernando was wearing glasses. Remember he wore glasses towards the end of his career?
And if I remember the chronology, Stewart's was first.
Yes.
And then Fernando threw his later that night.
I think the A's were on the East Coast.
East Coast, right.
And Fernando's was at Dodger Stadium.
Yes. So Dave Stewart throws a no-no, and then he kind of gets overshadowed.
That's right.
By Fernando. LeBlanc leading off, takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-0 Rockies. The only Rockies hit, a home run for Gonzalez. That came leading off the fourth. Hamill with the 0-2 and a breaky ball. And I think Wade was about to.
He was going back
to the dugout.
Yeah. That was a nasty curveball by Hamill. Look at this pitch. Right on the outside corner.
I can understand why Wade may have thought that was a strike.
Sure.
He belts the fastball down the line, foul. Wade, his first time up, grounded out to the first baseman, Melvin Moore. Alpie with that curveball. 2-2. 57 pitches now for Hamill. Strike 3, a fastball on the outside corner, and that's the 4th strikeout for Jason Hamill. Well, Fernando with his no-hitter on this date in 1990. There's the glasses you were talking about.
Yeah.
There's the former Dodger Pedro Guerrero in the final out.
You know, I stand corrected. I thought it was the shortstop coming across, but it was actually a double play. Ended on a double play. And did you catch who the second baseman was?
I didn't.
I couldn't tell either. How about Mike Scioscia behind the plate, giving the signs?
Strike on the inner half to Tony Gwynn. Tony reached on an error by the shortstop Barmas to the third, and later in the inning, trying to score from third. On the contact play, a bouncer to first. Mora threw him out at the plate on a bang-bang play at home. They would Hamill. A big bender.
Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Not getting the call from Jim Joyce. Stewart in on the grass at third. Fouled back. Tony was one of a handful of Padres out here early prior to BP working on bunting today.
Rick Renteria was throwing to him, and he was working on the drag bunt down the first base line and the little push bunt down the third base line.
First base coach Rick Renteria was throwing the early work to the guys.
Tireless worker right there. All the coaches do a fine job. Out early.
Check. And he held up. 2-2. One out, nobody on in the San Diego fifth. Jason Hamill with the 2-2. Fastball line to third and caught by Ian Stewart. Struck well by Gwynn the other way, but right at Stewart, who had to reach up for it. 2 outs.
Nothing you can do there, huh? Perfectly positioned. Hey, by the way, that Fernando no-hitter we saw.
Yes.
The force play at second for the double play. Guess who's playing second base? Juan Samuel.
Wow. The interim Orioles manager now.
And Hall of Famer Eddie Murray was at first base. And of
Now
course,
part of the Orioles broadcast.
Fred Griffin at short. Sans Jerry Curl. he lost that.
Eck is singled and grounded out. Takes a fastball for a strike. When did you lose the Jerry Curl? Was that 90s?
1986.
Okay. 1-1. Breaky ball towards the hole. Backhanded. Barmes throws. Stretch down the line. Safe. Moore came off the bag. It'll be an infield hit for Eck. His second hit tonight.
Eck stayed on that breaking ball from Hamill nicely. That's a good curveball. It's a 12-6 curveball. It's not a power curveball, but it's got good break. He beats it on the ground, and then the race is on. In one swift move, pulls Mora off the bag, and that's how rallies start.
Moore tried to apply a tag on Eck as he went by. And
did he get Eck before he hit the bag?
He was pretty close. Moore thought he had him. But it is a 2-out hit and brings up Adrian. First pitch fastball on the inside part. Adrian fanned in the first. And in the third, hit the bouncer to first that Mora then came home with, and they got Gwynn at the plate. Adrian had a hack, but that breaky ball was down and in. Here's another look. Did Mora tag him going by? I don't think so. Nope.
Did not tap him with the glove.
Nope, not at all. That drops low.
Well, Hamill's doing a fine job. In and out, back and forth, curveball down and in, curveball backdoor, fastball inside. I don't think he's thrown a pitch back to back.
He's mixed them up.
Yes. Oh, that could have been a balk. He kind of spun on that back foot of his. And it looked like it wasn't the smoothest move. Watch his feet.
Threw it away.
Watch his feet. See, he moved his front foot before he moved his back foot. That's a balk. And he almost threw it away. You're right, Mora blocked that with his. Did he get him in the wrist, or did he pick that cleanly? He picked it cleanly. But did you see that though? He moved his front foot before his back foot off the rubber, and technically that's a balk.
Ground ball right side, backhanded Herrera. A 2-out hit by Eck. He's stranded. The Padres have left a half dozen and trail it 1-0 after 5. Fans, your Padres are offering you a new way to save on your Padres tickets. You can now save $5 on Padres tickets, $14 or more when you buy your tickets online. So be sure to get your tickets today and save at Padres.com. Top of the order is up in the Colorado 6th. Center fielder Dexter Fowler leads off. Backdoor breaking ball, strike one. 1 run, 1 hit for the Rockies. 2 Colorado errors. Their only hit, the Carlos Gonzalez home run to right center onto the beach, leading off the 4th. The Padres scoreless on 4 hits, no errors. Padres have stranded 6. Rockies have left 2. Over but low to Fowler. LeBlanc, who struck out the side in the 5th, behind 3-1 on Fowler. High fly left field. Scott went back initially, now coming in and calls off Cabrera to make the catch. Seven in a row set down by LeBlanc since the Gonzalez home run.
I'd like to give a shout out to Rico from St. Augustine High School. Charity event taken in a big league ball game, and to all the Saints men out there, enjoy your summer. And to Floyd from Alpine. Floyd's in the truck visiting.
Really?
Yeah.
Just checking it all out. What's Floyd do?
He pumps septic tanks. We're on septic out there in East County.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thought maybe Floyd ran a barber shop or
No.
something. 2-0.
Floyd's the man.
Nothing better than summertime at the yard.
Oh, yeah.
Down low. Finale of this series tomorrow. Jeff Francis against Clayton Richard. No TV. We're back with you Thursday for the opener of the series with Houston. There's a strike. By the way, tomorrow is a 12:35 game. Do note that. We've been asked why the earlier start time. It's for Youth Camp Day tomorrow. YMCA's around town have the Youth Camp Day here tomorrow. And approximately 4,000 summer day camp kids will attend the game, so they have it earlier for them. So a 12:35 start tomorrow here. And I'm sure there will be a bunch of cotton candy eaten tomorrow as well. 3-2 up the middle, but softly, and that allows Cabrera to cut it off and throw out Jonathan Herrera.
Hey, Wade LeBlanc is twirling a nice little ball game. Only 1 hit. That 1 hit is the home run. Other than that, he's walked a couple Rockies. Take a look at the pitch count. He's hitting his spots. And something pitching coach Darren Balzer should be very proud of his left-hander tonight. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel, though, because Jason Hamill is twirling a gem as well.
And here's Gonzalez, whose home run leading off the 4th, the only run of this game.
It's just too bad that the Padres couldn't take advantage of those errors by the Rockies in winning. 2 errors in 1 inning.
Had a very close play at the plate in the 3rd that was close to giving the Padres the early lead. There's a strike. Well, Gonzalez hit his home run of the 4th on a hanging breaking ball.
Oh. Man, great extension.
And on to the beach. He fouls this. He has seen mainly hard stuff here. First 3 pitches from LeBlanc this time up. There he goes to it. And he chased it down and away. That curveball, and the strikeout is the 8th for LeBlanc, who has now retired 9 in a row since Gonzalez's 4th home run. It's the midpoint of the 6th, and it's 1-0 Colorado.
Hey, let's get him some runs.
Time for tonight's Fans of the Game, brought to you by Fan Diego, your energy savings expert. For locations, visit fandiego.com. For ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. Hey, young man has his foam finger. And what's he eating? Is it popcorn? Hairston rips it foul past third. A loud strike begins the Padres' sixth. Scott is walked and singled tonight. Chops it left side. Barmis throws in the dirt, but that's out by Moore. No, he's off the bag again.
I was just going to say, he pulled that foot.
Third time tonight, Mora has come off the base.
It's a nice pick, but his foot clearly comes off.
Hamill thought he had him, but
he was
replay
clearly
shows that right foot dragged off. It's going to be an error charge to Mora.
3 errors tonight, huh?
Yeah, 3 against the Rockies, who came in 5th in the National League in defense with a .986 fielding percentage. 4th error of the season charged to Mora. There's also 1 charge to Barmis and 1 on the pitcher Hamill. Leadoff man is on. And first pitch strike to Headley. Padres with the leadoff man on base for just the second time tonight. The other time was in the third when Gwynn reached on the error by Barmis. Fouled back.
Well, back-to-back fastballs. Fastball in, fastball up a little bit. Chase Headley could not get on top of that last Hamill fastball, fouling it back. His velocity is about 93. Here in the 6th inning, see the breakdown.
Down and in, a ball and 2 strikes. A 3-error game for the Rockies equals the most errors they've had in a game this year. 3rd time they've had a 3-error game. Last time they had a 3-error game was right here at Petco back on May 5th. You want to have the Gold Glover.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Helton at first base for the 2nd consecutive night. Just a hair inside with that fastball, and it's 2-2.
You know, Helton might be only hitting .250 this year. And we only have 2 home runs and driven in 15. But how valuable is that glove over there at first base, as you just mentioned?
3-time Gold Glover. A bouncy ball towards the middle. The flip to second for 1. Throw to first. Safe. Ball wasn't hit all that hard. Herrera did a nice job and trying to turn that at second. A little jump throw.
Hamill going back to that breaking ball. And a nice pick. Mora keeps his foot on the bag, but Chase Headley clearly beats that one out. Some great athletic ability on Herrera.
Yes.
Getting that much on the throw when he's up in the air.
So it's Headley at first, 1 out for Yorbi Torrealba. Grounded to third in the 2nd and fly to center in the 4th.
And beating that ball out, Chase Headley keeps Hamill in the stretch.
Hamill taking a lot of time, and just as Hamill stepped off and looked at first is when Torrealba was granted time by Jim Joyce. Gregerson on the left, Webb on the right. A couple of right-handers up in the Padres bullpen. Scooped up by Olivo. He saves the Rockies a base right there.
Well, if the Padres score here and tie it up, you'll probably see Gregerson. Stays the same. Probably see Webb. You know, I hate to throw the pitch count out there, but he has thrown 93 pitches, but still he's pitching extremely well. Striking out 8. Wade LeBlanc, that is.
Yeah, Wade's only thrown over 100 pitches 3 different times, including in his last start through 101 at Tampa Bay. 109 against the Cardinals back on May 27th, the most pitches he has thrown in an outing this year. One on, one out in the San Diego 6th. 1-0 Rockies on a Carlos Gonzalez home run in the 4th. There goes Headley, and a foul out of play right side. One on Torrealba. Left side, Stewart, Herrera, Mora. 5-4-3. The Rockies turn their major league leading 90th double play of the season. Brought to you by Subway. Try the $2.50 Western and Cheese Melt with a cup of freshly brewed Seattle's best coffee. Open at 7 a.m. Subway. Eat fresh. And by Cox Digital Telephone. Ready for cheaper calls? Go to Cox.com. Back here at Petco Park. And LeBlanc does return to the hill to begin the 7th.
I like it. Mentioned it earlier, only one hit. That's the home run by Gonzalez in the 4th to lead it off. And then he walked a hitter, Miguel Olivo, in the 2nd inning. He's twirling a gem, huh?
Wow. Where did that come from out of the truck? Who's this on the right?
That's Andy Hawkins on the left. And
apparently you've had a bout of food poisoning because you look extremely thin.
Oh, Lenny
provided that.
Oh, that's funny. I think I had a tapeworm or something. Oh, look at Andy Hawkins.
That's Santiago there.
Dickie Dent, our trainer, sitting down there on the bench. LT.
Spielborgs takes it to knees 0-2. Spielborgs has flied to center and struck out. Blocked by Torrealba.
You know, I'm really impressed with is that, especially after last outing, Wade LeBlanc in Tampa, he gave up a couple home runs, didn't he? 2 home runs in 5 1/3 inning. He didn't let that home run from Carlos Gonzalez affect him in the 4th. It was 1-2-3 after that. That's huge.
Breaking ball fouled by Spielborgs. Yeah, what was it? Shopik and Pena homered off of him in Tampa Bay. Down and in, 2-2. Padres come in even with the loss last night in the first game of the series. Winners of 6 of their last 8. The Rockies have won 5 of their last 7. Up the third base side, foul. Both these teams went 9 and 6 in interleague play. Rockies did drop their last 2 interleague games just prior to this series up in Anaheim to the Angels. Reaching, Spielborgs sprays it foul. Upstairs, 3-2. Rockies had quite an interleague series with Boston at Coors Field. They swept the Red Sox, came back, beat Papelbon the last couple of games of that series, and of course Jason Giambi had a towering walk-off homer in the 10th of the last game of that series. There's a 3-2, and Spielborgs takes the breaking ball up and away. And a leadoff walk on that off-speed pitch, a changeup. That ends the string, though, of 9 in a row that LeBlanc had retired since the Gonzalez home run. Coming up, the San Diego Hyundai dealers' 7th inning. Stretch your dollars. Get more miles per gallon and the assurance of America's best warranty. Go to SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. Paints the outside edge to Melvin Mora.
Well, action in that Padre bullpen.
Now it's Mujica and Thatcher. Yep. So Gregerson and Webb sitting. Mora in the 2nd struck out. Then in the 4th hit a sinking liner to left that was caught by Scott Hairston. Runner takes off, floated to right center. Jerry racing in to make the catch. Throw back to first, and Spielborgs gets it safely. It looked like the Padres had a real shot to double up Spielborgs. The ball, just a one-hop throw, and Spielborgs able to get back to the bag just ahead of the throw.
Very close, and I think Jerry Hairston Jr. set himself up nicely. His momentum coming in towards the base, and very close. Oh, that was closer than it looked, didn't it?
Bang, bang.
Yeah. Nice play, Jerry.
Jerry making the start in right, his 4th of the year. Catcher Miguel Olivo, but first a token toss chases back Spielborgs. Wave and a miss, strike 1. 3-hit game last night for Olivo, including his 11th home run of the season. $21,196 paid crowd on this Tuesday night at Petco Park. Step off and a throw over. A closer play, and Spilborghs diving back in.
Good snap throw from Wade. Remember, you have to take that foot off the rubber before you bring that hand out of the glove. If you do it simultaneously, yeah, you'll get away with it. Very rarely will they call that a balk. So you can try to cheat a little bit on that move.
Change up. Takes the count to 1-2.
He's feeling very comfortable with that changeup, and he's kept it away to the righties nicely this evening. Olivo way out in front of it.
Fastball just off that outside corner.
I think that was a ball.
That's a pretty good 1-2 pitch. Maybe elevated a little more than you want, but that's off right on the outside corner, close to it. Spilborgh's back standing this time. Spilborghs has not stolen a base this year. He has been caught 4 times. Tried that outside corner again and missed with the fastball. 3-2. "110 pitches. It's now the most Wade has thrown in a start this season. 109 had been the previous high against the Cardinals May 27th. And just the 4th time this year that he has gone over 100 pitches in a start.
It's the advantage of being left-handed right here is that runner at first base have to make sure LeBlanc goes to the plate. If in fact he goes to second base, could be a strike him out, throw him out.
Spilborgh's not running, and it's hit into left field. A base hit for Olivo, just the 2nd Rockies hit of the game. Spilborgh's down to second, and it's 2 on, 1 out. Well, yeah, the pitcher spot for the Padres due up 3rd in the bottom of the inning.
Going over the signs, make sure you're on the same page with the sequence, and so the infielders can cheat a certain way or just recognize what's being thrown. Got Chris Norfia there?
Yeah, Denorfia looking at the scouting report. The pitching of the Rockies. You see Denorfia as a pinch hitter at some point. Ball 1, and out to the mound goes Torrealba. Dodgers and Giants tied at 1. They're in the top of the 5th in San Francisco. And now here comes Bud. LeBlanc at 112 pitches.
I think Buddy's giving her a pep talk. He did a nice job. I'm just going to wait, give those guys a little bit more time to make the change.
And there's the call.
He did a heck of a job.
Well, he gave up 2 hits, and unfortunately, it's on the wrong end of the score right now. This pitching change is brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson. We are always country first. Lolita's at the park, where you can enjoy a wonderful evening happy hour 7 days a week.
Enter right-hander Edward Mujica. We talked about him last night. We saw him work last night, and in the ninth inning, gave up a couple of runs, 3 hits. One of them was a solo shot off the bat of Seth Smith. And I'm telling you what, if Edward Mujica can keep the ball in the yard, his number's looking pretty good. He's been bitten with the home run ball lately. You know, this is a huge inning. He inherits a 1-0 count.
And also inherits runners at first and second with 1 out. A strike to Barmes, 1-1. Pop to second and a strikeout for Barmes tonight.
You know, one thing I've noticed about Mujica mechanically, unlike a lot of pitchers who throw across their body, Edward opens up towards the first base side with his land foot. And sometimes when that happens, a pitcher will have a tendency to work underneath the ball, and his pitches become a little flat. And maybe
it can be an issue.
It could, yeah. I mean, a mechanical issue like that maybe would be kind of tough to have a guy work on being more straight line. I mean, it's like a guy changing his stance. That takes a lot of work. Thank you.
The outside corner, 3-2. A lot of muscle memory to try to erase the correct thing.
Yeah, and then sometimes when you work underneath the ball, it's flat, and you leave the ball over the heart of the plate. That's when you give up the long ball.
Full count with 1 out. Runners are going. The pitch is swung on and hit high and deep to left. Hairston back at the fence, and a 3-run shot for Clint Barmes. Sixth of the year for Barmes, and it's 4-0. RBIs 35, 36, and 37 for the Rockies shortstop. And again, the first batter faced home run bites Mujica.
It's unbelievable. He wanted that pitch down and away. It leaks down and in, and right in the happy zone for Clint Barmes.
That's hit high and deep down the right field side by Stewart, but foul.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
The Rockies have 4 runs on only 3 hits tonight. 1-2. So it closes the book on LeBlanc. 6 1/3. 3 runs on only 2 hits, 3 walks, and he equaled a career high with 8 strikeouts. Well, LeBlanc really pitched well tonight. Tap foul by Stewart.
You know, we know the recent history of Edward Mujica, right? Giving up the long ball. Close ball game. We saw Ryan Webb heating up earlier. And maybe one of the things Buddy Black is thinking, I want to try to restore some confidence in Edward Mujica, get him back out there, whatever. Not the case tonight, because Buddy would be the first.
That's to right field. Jerry Hairston backpedaling and to the edge of the track to make the catch.
Hey, Buddy will be the first one to say, hey, you know, it's a performance-based business, right? We all know that. Ryan Webb, I mean, there's a guy who...
He's getting it done right now.
Yeah.
Fouled away by the pitcher, Hamill. He's now seen his offense give him a 4-run lead to work with. Four homers last night for the Rockies. 2 more tonight. In fact, really, the home run ball has been their preferred method of scoring in this series. Broken bat and a flare into right center is a base hit. So Hamill, a 2-out single for the Rockies pitcher. Fowler will bat left-handed for the first time tonight.
Well, Wade LeBlanc pitches a little hard out tonight. There's no doubt about that. He really, you talk about bouncing back, especially after the game in Tampa Bay.
Oh, 2 inside to Fowler. Fastball at 92 is up high, and it evens the count up. Fowler fans, but the Rockies get 3 on a Barmes 3-run home run. Time to stretch at Petco, and it's 4-0 Colorado. Immediately following the game right here on Channel 4 San Diego, Sequan Casino, San Diego's vacation getaway. Jenny Cavnar and Bob Scanlon with postgame tonight. Into the Padres 7th with the bottom 3 due up. Jerry Hairston, Cabrera, and then the pitcher's spot. 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Rockies. 0-4-0 for San Diego.
Well, that'll take the wind out of your sails, huh?
A big hit by Barmes. 3-run shot in the top of the inning. So 4-0 hole for the Padres to try to dig out of here. Well, they nearly dug out of an 8-0 hole last night. Let's see what they can do tonight. Jerry leading off. First pitch strike from Hamill. Inside. Jerry jackknifes out of the way. Jerry's popped to second and grounded to short. Line to left. Spielborg's back at the fence. Hairston gets it out. It sneaks out. His fifth, and it's 4-1. Right into the first row into that gentleman's glove.
Well, there's no dispute from the Spielborgs in left field. As we take a look, the hanging breaking ball, and Jerry's all over it. And this is the end of that home run. Oh, that guy. Well, kind of tough to tell. Looked like, was it over the barrier? Over the.
Yeah, it was close. Tell you what, we needed that guy in the left field corner last night on Scott's line drive.
Oh, see, there's a lot of room there, and I don't think that guy's reach would have been out and over to where that padding is.
You don't think he can reach that far?
Depending on where he was standing, if he was right up against.
That glove's on the padding.
Is it on the
padding? It looks like. It's a home run. Here's the liner into left. Everett has his second hit. Here come the Padres. Pitcher spot due up, and we'll have a pinch hitter for Mujica. Aaron Cunningham will bat. But first, Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach, pops out of the Rockies dugout.
That's good hitting by Everett. Taking that ball down and away and just taking it where it was pitched rather than trying to pull that baseball. Jerry Hairston taking advantage of a hanging breaking ball from Hamill, one of the few that he's hung tonight. And once again, we talk about this game of baseball boiling down to one pitch. That 3-run shot
by Barmes is the difference right
Barmes,
now.
that one pitch by Edward Mujica that gave him that 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Was huge for the Rocks.
Nobody out in the Padres 7th. Cunningham, the pinch hitter. Aaron 1 for 5 as a pinch hitter so far this season. Towards third. That is fair. Off the glove of Stewart. Everett takes a hard look at third, but he'll stay at second. And Cunningham with a pinch hit single. And it's 2 on, nobody out for the top of the order.
You can almost sense that one happening that way, huh? As this ball is chopped down the third baseline, Stewart goes to his right. And the short hop gets him. That ball, that second hop, ball looks like it maybe checks a little bit. Cannot catch it cleanly. And even if he catches that, I don't think he's getting out anywhere.
This pitching change brought to you by Discount Tire. Stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. By RCP Block and Brick. Create your dream yard today. Visit rcpblock.com. And the Rockies get a lefty, Randy Flores.
3 lefties out of the bullpen for Jim Tracy. This left-hander, Randy Flores, a fastball, slider, and a curve. Left-handed specialist. And left-handed hitters, 2 for their last 28 off of Flores. And for the season, 4 for 31. That's a 129 clip.
Well, lefty Flores on to face left-handed hitting Tony Gwynn with 2 on, nobody out. A run into the Padres 7th on the leadoff home run for Jerry Hairston. His home run going 374 feet to left center. Inside ball 1. Corners in. Guarding against the bunt. Tony did not show bunt on the first pitch. Tony's grounded to third. Actually lined to third his last time up. Hit it sharply but right at Stewart. He's also reached on an error and grounded out to second. Time as for at the plate. Little floater behind third. Stewart ranging back, and it lands in foul territory out of his reach. A really tough play for Stewart, who, as I mentioned a moment ago, was cheating in front of the bag, guarding against the bunt, having to look over his left shoulder and just kind of overran it in foul territory.
I thought this had the possibility of being a thing. And with Stewart playing in so much, like you said, Mark, twist and turn, the old corkscrew, cannot get a bead on it, and Tony Gwynn gets another chance. Well, if the score was 3-1, it'd be a different story. You probably see Tony Gwynn bunting right here, get those runners over to first or second and third. Down by 3, a chance of maybe getting a hit here, scoring a run. Remember, he was working on drag bunting earlier today.
Leans back from an inside fastball. Two balls and a strike for the Padres center fielder. Down the left field side, Spilborg's coming in and on the move. That ball lands fair. Fair is the call. A run's going to try to score. The throw to the plate, and he is safe. I tell you what, the Padres may have got a call down the left field line, but nonetheless, it's going to go as an RBI base hit for Gwynn, and it is 4-2.
We're going to have to see. We're going to see if Spielborgs hits that ball with his glove when the ball was in flight and fair territory. I thought the same thing.
Oh, that's fair.
It's right on the line. That's right on the line.
Good call by Darryl Cousins.
Absolutely.
So a clean base hit for Tony Gwynn. And the secret on Tony really shouldn't be a secret, because he's hit well against lefties this year. .333 against left-handed pitching coming in. 15th RBI.
Another close play at the plate as well, because you got to hold up. There's nobody out. You don't want to get doubled up.
Cabrera took a chance. Now Eck trying to bunt the runners over. Stewart throws him out, and Eck sends Cunningham to third and Gwynn down to second. A 5-4 sack bunt for David Eckstein. Now here's an interesting situation. First base open. You got a lefty-lefty matchup, but it's Adrian Gonzalez at the plate with the tying runs in scoring position.
Well, knowing what we know, Flores is their left-handed specialist, right? One of the three out of the bullpen, and Jim Tracy's going to go to another lefty.
We had Beimel warming up.
Joe Beimel's got a little bit more funkier delivery.
We're going to get Beimel in this pitching change, brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson, where we are always country first. Pitching profile brought to you by Lolita's at the Park, where you can enjoy a wonderful evening happy hours 7 days a week.
Well, left-hander Joe Beimel enters the ball game. Joe Beimel pitched last time the seventh inning, 2/3, gave up a couple of runs. But this year, opposing left-handed hitters are now 3 for their last 20. That's a 150 clip. Well, a lot of those left-handers aren't the hitter like Adrian Gonzalez. So,
and a hit last night against Beimel in the seventh, but overall not great career numbers against him.
Yeah, this situation came up earlier.
Up the middle, gobbled up by Barmes. He'll throw to first. A run does score. That brings in Cunningham. So it's a one-run game now. Padres have scored 3 here in the bottom of the seventh. Adrian wasting a little time, picking up his 51st RBI.
You know, we talked about the book and putting the winning run on. Beimel was going to pitch to Gonzalez, no doubt about that. Adrian being that go-ahead run.
So Bible throws one pitch, and his night is finished, and they'll get Belisle. Another pitching change. Stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. This pitching profile is brought to you by RCP Block and Brick. Create your dream yard today. Visit rcpblock.com.
Matt Belisle out of the bullpen. The right-hander has been one of their better relievers lately. Fastball, slider, curve, and a change. 91-95 on that fastball from Matt.
Belisle faced Scott Hairston in the 7th last night, and that's the ball that Scott hit off the very top of the fence in the left field corner that nearly went out. Scott had hit a home run in the at-bat prior to that. Off of Jimenez. Off the facing of the second deck in left field. His 8th of the year. Tonight he has walked, singled, and reached on an error. 1 for 2. Tying run. Gwynn at third with 2 outs. The fastball at 94 is up high.
He might go back to that fastball up and out of the zone by design.
Going down after it and golfs it foul.
What with the slider?
Thirty-year-old Matt Belisle, the Austin, Texas native. He steps off.
Hey, sometimes when a pitcher gets a breaking ball call with a runner on third base, they get a little tentative and they don't want to bounce it.
Step off and give the catcher a chance to call something else.
Or they might kind of, be tentative and hang it a little bit. Oh.
Slider in the dirt.
Yeah.
And picked out by Olivo with the tying run at third. It's a big scoop by Olivo.
You have to have confidence in your catcher to, when you are ahead in the count 1 and 2, to throw it in the dirt and not leave it up.
Popped up behind the plate into the seats. Well, Jerry Hairston began the inning with a home run to left. Cabrera followed with a base hit. Cunningham a pinch hit single. That was all for the starter Hamill. Gwynn Base hit to left, drove in a run. Agnesak bunt. Adrian, an RBI ground out, but Jerry got it going with the long ball. Another 2-2 from Belisle. Strike three, a fastball on the outside corner. Scott disagreed. Track says right near that outside edge. Padres get three back, though, in the bottom of the seventh. Don't miss a moment of Padres baseball in 2010 and 2011 with the all-new stretch run plan. Secure your 2011 Padres full season ticket plan today and get all remaining August and September home games included. Plus, your stretch run plan includes Padres postseason priority. Plans start as low as $61 a month. Call 619-795-5555 to get your Padres stretch run plan today. That's an additional 27 games from this year. Jerry Hairston's home run got the offense going. But really, Mud, kind of back where we were, a one-run game, and now it belongs to Mike Adams.
And it is even though it's not a hold situation, he's got to hold those Rockies to 4 runs. Padres have a couple of more chances. Great numbers for Mike Adams. He's worked scoreless ball in 31 of 36 outings this year for Mike.
Part of the order for the Rockies in the 8th. Herrera, Gonzalez, and Spilborghs. There's a strike call. 4 runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors for the Rockies. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Padres. Really, all 4 Rocky runs have come on 2 swings of the bat.
Yep.
The Gonzalez solo homer and the Barmes 3-run home run, and that's fouled away left side by Herrera.
You know, you look back at this game in the 3rd inning. Error, you had a wild pitch, you had
a second error?
Yeah, 2 errors that inning. And nothing came across. And a hit.
They had a man called out at the plate in that frame. A late swing and a miss by Herrera, who fans and 1 away in the 8th.
Mike Adams, like that little cutter or a little slider, had a little bit of movement towards the end there. And Herrera fishes after that pitch. Looked like it would have been a ball.
Gonzalez with a solo home run onto the beach in the 4th. Open the scoring. Gonzalez really kind of came into his own as a Rocky near the end of last season. He had a stretch with a homer in 4 straight games in mid-August. Then he played extremely well in the postseason in the division series against the Phillies. He had .588 in the playoffs, went 10 for 17.
I think he's going to be a guy who's going to have those streaks.
Slow chopper to the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez.
You know what I'm saying? Those home run streaks.
They come in bunches.
Yeah.
Well, he's homered in back-to-back games in this series. So 2 down in the Colorado 8th, and bases are empty for left fielder Ryan Spilborghs. Line foul, pass first.
Oh, nice barehanded grab by that gentleman. Nicely done. That ball stuck right in the palm of his hand.
Did he keep his beverage in one and caught it with the other?
Well, give me a scouting report. Look at that.
I'll give you the scouting report on that guy. Big paws, big hands.
Yeah.
That's what allowed him to catch that.
That was awesome.
They made their night. They showed it up on the video board. Now that's what they're pointing at. A little bit low. Spilborghs walked in his last plate appearance an inning ago and scored on the Barmes 3-run homer. Yes, sir. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mike Adams, who sets down the Rockies in order in the top of the 8th. Headley, Torrealba, and Jerry Hairston due up in the bottom half. Primo's Mexican Food, 18 Southern California locations, home of the Monster Burrito. And you look at the lowest ERAs on the road this season in the National League. Padres tops in that category, but the Rockies, when they get away from Coors, done very well pitching wise on the road.
Yeah, they've got some good arms down there in that bullpen, and they've proven that in this ball game. Flores has done a fine job. Beimel's a specialist from that left side. And Rafael Betancourt, also one of those valuable arms out of that bullpen for Jim Tracy. ERA is up there, but this guy can pitch a little bit. And we mention this all the time with relievers. You get one bad outing to where you give it up, and that ERA inflates, and it's tough to bring it back down when you only pitch an inning here or there.
Headley leading off the San Diego 8th in a one-run game. First pitch strike from Betancourt. Betancourt threw an inning last night and set the Padres down in order in the 8th inning of last night's game, striking out 2. Chase has flied to center, struck out. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up.
It's a Chase Headley fan, hoping for him to get on the bag. Get something going here in the 8th.
Back up the middle, over the bag, sliding pickup, and Barnes wide throw. Headley had to hurdle Mora, who went up the line, and Headley is on to begin the 8th. Barnes made a great pickup, but then his throw brought Mora off the bag. He had more time than he realized.
Yeah. And we've also found out that, I mean, that's a tough play for anybody. But Melvin Mora, obviously Todd Helton is the first baseman for the Colorado Rockies. If that throw is off a little bit, Mora doesn't have the greatest footwork over there at first base.
Making the quick change.
Right.
Changing feet.
Mm-hmm.
Mora's been primarily a third baseman in his big league career. Most of that with the Orioles.
But that's not a knock on Melvin. It's just that he's, that's unfamiliar territory over there for him at first base.
It is a base hit for Headley. Padres put the leadoff man aboard for the 4th time tonight. Former Rocky Torrealba. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. And he's out. Well, Olivo, who's thrown out over 50% of would-be base stealers, gunning down Chase. Was this a busted hit and run?
Well, it was a swing and miss, right? Looked like it was a fastball down the middle. Flash look. Close play. Might have been.
A 2-6 caught stealing, and Olivo needing some attention from the athletic trainer. Jim Tracy also out.
Well, there's something that came up and got him in the eye, or what? Was it his eye, or was it just something else that kind of...
We're going to let him throw. So it must have been something involved with making the throw. Olivo, by the way, now 18 of 34 in throwing out base stealers. That's an incredible 53%. The base is empty now with 1 out and an 0-1 count on Torrealba. As Olivo will continue.
You know, if in fact that was a hit and run, that was a pretty darn good pitch to hit. It's right down the middle. Because, and the reason why I say that is because Headley, the flash look, if in fact the ball is put in play, you want to find out where that ball is going. If the ball's hitting the air, you got to bust your tail back to first. If the ball's aligned right at you, you got to avoid it. So many things going on.
Wave and a miss, and Olivo tags him to complete the strikeout.
I mean, that can't be a straight steal because, I mean, Olivo's thrown out 50%, right?
Yeah, you would think that would be a huge gamble.
Yeah, unsuccessful hit and run.
Even though Chase has been 10 of 12 in steal attempts on the season coming in, but. So 2 down for Jerry Hairston, who got the offense going at least in the run department with a leadoff home run an inning ago. High fly, left center. Spilborg's over in the alley. A leadoff base hit, but a man gunned down on the bases. We'll move to the ninth. It's 4-3 Colorado. To you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. To the ninth inning. 4-3 Rockies, and the new Padres pitcher is Ryan Webb.
Ryan Webb is putting together one heck of a season. 3-1 record. Has allowed a 198 batting average to hitters face this year. And we know, Mark Neely, that first out is very important for any pitcher in the inning. First batter's face only hitting .091 this year. Second lowest mark among National League relievers for Ryan Webb.
Well, he follows Adams, Mujica, and the starter LeBlanc tonight.
Well, a 1-run lead for Colorado. Remember, it was 1-0 when Edward Mujica came in the game. So kind of like the same situation here. See what Ryan Webb can do.
And facing Mora, Olivo, and Barmes. The 5, 6, and 7 batters. First pitch softly hit. Barehanded by Webb. An off-balance throw. And Adrian couldn't get back to the bag in time. Came off the bag to get the throw. And Bud's going to argue. And it scored a base hit for Mora. First base umpire is Marvin Hudson.
What a great job of Ryan Webb getting to the bag. And then does Adrian get back?
Yes,
oh, he's out. He is out. What a great play by Adrian. What a great play. You can clearly see the bag move when Adrian hits it, and then
he got back there in time.
Yep.
So the leadoff man on for Miguel Olivo. Headley creeping in at third in case Olivo tries to bunt the runner down to second. Olivo has walked, singled, and scored, and fouled out. 1 for 2. Runner takes off. Now they try to hit and run. Eck chasing it into right field, and the hit and run employed successfully by Colorado, and runners are at the corners. Olivo didn't get a lot on it, but just enough to trickle it into right field, and it's first and third, nobody out.
Just putting the ball on the ground. The runner goes, therefore the infielders move. Movement on the base paths, movement on the infield. Just a little trickler to the right side, and that's what makes it successful as Olivo executes perfectly. The slider down and away. 28 hopper to the right side, and that's all it takes.
So Barmes at the plate. The Padres bring the infield in.
See, that's one of the things about being a sinker baller like Ryan Webb. 96-mile-an-hour sinker. You get a lot of those, broken bat dribblers out in front of home plate. You get the super ball bounces out in front of home plate over the infielder's head. When the infield is in. With the infield in, you get those dribblers to the right side.
And step to third, a look to first move.
You always have to be aware of the squeeze.
Barmes, who had a 3-run home run his last time up. Belts it into center field. It drops for a base hit. Wide turn at second. Now they got the lead runner hung up. Headley chasing Olivo. Now it's Eck who tags him out. Mora does score to make it 5-3. Barmes has knocked in 4 runs tonight, and it's a 2-run Rockies lead. 8-4, 5-4 on the putout of Olivo.
That might play huge in this ball game. You never know. Olivo running himself into the out there. Runner at first base. You keep the double play. Would have been first and second if Olivo is out there, but that's a huge run. Jim Tracy is all over it. Telling him the situation. Hey, you might want to think of this. Blooper right in front of you.
And nearly picking off Barmes there. He was leaning, but he got back.
Yeah. Just a little bit too aggressive. And you'd rather have a guy being overly aggressive than a little passive, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. And
it's a bonehead play. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He realized he messed up. Manager Jim Tracy just wanted to let him know about the situation, what he felt about it, and you go on.
Ian Stewart has fanned twice and flied to right. Darts outside, 2-0. Rockies have their closer Houston Street up in the bullpen.
You know, I'd like to see Ryan Webb get a few more opportunities close and late. You know,
he's pitched well enough, and you look at this inning. Well, replay shows a missed call began the inning,
right.
So bad break for him there. Then that led to allow the Rockies to hit and run. It really hasn't been a hard hit ball in the inning.
Right.
Well, flare by Barmes dropping into center for an RBI base hit.
I mean, going into this ball game, 28 1/3 innings pitched, 20 hits, fewer hits than innings pitched, only 8 walks, which is nice, and only 1 home run.
He does walk Stewart. And with the pitcher spot due up, Seth Smith will pinch hit. Well, Seth Smith, who was the major's best pinch hitter last year, has not had as many pinch hit opportunities this season since he's found himself more and more in the starting lineup. Smith had a .472 batting average as a pinch hitter last year to lead the major leagues. All one outside. A visit from the Padre dugout.
His ball moves so much, Ryan Webb. And we've talked this quite a bit, where the advantage to Ryan Webb is one of the luxuries he has, I feel, to throw the ball towards the heart of the plate and let that ball move. He's got tremendous movement at 96 miles an hour on that two-seamer.
And the crazy thing is, last year, his fastball was pretty much straight.
Lowering the arm angle a little
bit. He got knocked around on the fastball, and they bring the arm slot down, and a lot of movement now. Here's a 1-0 to Seth Smith.
Look at that. See where he started that pitch? Pitch looked like it started above the knees, about thigh high, and then ended up on the outside corner for a strike. Nicely done.
Seth Smith 4 for 15 as a pinch hitter this year. 2 of his 4 hits home runs, and he has a base hit to right field. Here comes Barmes, throw home, and he is safe. Pinch hit RBI single for Seth Smith, and it is 6-3. Stewart advances over to third.
Well, he likes that ball in, doesn't he?
He can pull it.
Yes, he can. And it looked like that Webb wanted to go away on it. He spun on that. Man. Remember we came back from break and we noticed Jerry Harris, he was kind of stretching. His hands were above his head and kind of stretching the oblique a little bit. He's kind of testing it right there out in right field.
Strike one of the outside corner to Dexter Fowler. Fowler recalled today from AAA after going down to AAA from the big leagues on May 31st. Wow, that had some late movement.
Yeah, that was the slider. Great movement to both sides of the plate with the 96-mile-an-hour sinker, and then the slider down and into the lefties.
Strike 3 at the knees, 2 outs.
That's an 87-mile-an-hour slider. And watch the tilt on this slider as well. It locks up Fowler, being the left-handed hitter.
Second baseman Jonathan Herrera. 0 for 4 tonight. We're looking at the Padre ninth. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Cabrera, the pitcher's spot, and Gwynn. Padres have used Cunningham. That leaves DeNorfia, Hundley, and Salazar on the right side. Venable from the left. Venable's been nursing some lower back stiffness today. On 1 pitch, runner from first takes off. No throw down to second from Torrealba. Concerned that the runner from third, Stewart, may try to race home. So a steal for Seth Smith.
Well, that takes the short way out of the situation with 2 outs. Padres can't go to second base for the force out.
Softly to the right side. Eck gets Herrera by a step. But the Rockies, like last night, scored 2 in the 9th. Last chance for the Padres coming up tonight, down 3. Todd Hutchison, and pointing out an area there on his right side in the oblique vicinity, and headed down the tunnel. It is a save situation. The first save opportunity of the year. He's just come off the DL for closer Houston Street.
We saw him last night. Going from the full windup, fastball, slider, and a change.
Everett Cabrera leading off. Ball 1 outside.
Well, it's funny how this game has turned out, because when the Rockies came to town, talking to some people with the Rockies, they said they couldn't come up with that big hit. They couldn't score late. Quite the contrary, huh?
They've been able to do both so far in this series. Houston Street, 35 of 37 in save opportunities last year for the Rockies. Best save percentage in franchise history. His last save came on October 2nd of last year at Los Angeles. That's fouled by Everett, and it's 1-2. Cabrera 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Pitcher spot due up next, and Salazar in the on-deck circle. Chase one in the dirt, and Olivo throws to first to complete the strikeout. As Mud mentioned, Street threw an inning last night. Gave up a leadoff single to Eck, and then retired the next 3 in a non-save situation in the 10-6 Rockies victory. Salazar bats for the pitcher Ryan Webb. These teams wrap up the series tomorrow with a 12:35 game. No TV for us. It's Jeff Francis against Clayton Richard. We're back on the air Thursday for game 1 of the series with Houston. 6:30 airtime, the Honda Dealer pregame show. Brought to you by the 9 Honda dealers of San Diego County. Check out the latest offers on a brand new Honda Civic. Brian Moeller will go for the Astros on Thursday against the Padres' John Garland. Outside to Salazar. Oscar 6 out of 29 is a pinch hitter. He has been the most frequently used pinch hitter by Bud Black this year. Outside from Street, 2-1. This game scoreless until the 4th. Carlos Gonzalez hit one onto the beach in right center to open the scoring. Made it 1-0. Then a 3-run homer for Barmes in the 7th. Made it 4-0 Colorado. That is foul. Padres got those 3 back in the bottom of the 7th. Solo home run for Jerry Hairston. Cunningham had a pinch hit RBI single. Gwynn an RBI base hit. With the Rockies 2 in the top of this 9th inning. RBI base hits by Barmes and pinch hitter Seth Smith. 6-3 Rockies. 1 out in the Padre 9th. A 3-2 to Salazar coming from Houston Street. Strike 3 call on the outside corner.
Boy, a late breaking slider, not by that much. And let's take a look at the Carl's Jr. pitch track, and you know what? The side of that dot is hitting that line.
Padres down to their final out. Top of the order at center fielder Tony Gwynn. Rockies an out away from taking the first 2 games of the series. And winning here at Petco for the 4th time in 5 games this year, and 6 times in 8 total meetings with the Padres. To right field, and Gonzalez makes the catch, and the Rockies do win it 6-3. First save this season for Houston Street. Gonzalez with his 12th home run, and the home run ball was big again tonight for the Rockies. Rockies win it 6-3. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up after this.